Hi, this is Warren Buckleitner, and this is a repeat of a presentation I gave recently at the AppFest in San Francisco, and people were asking for the slides, so here they are. The session was about working with the press, do's and don'ts. I am editor of Children's Technology Review, and I've been getting pitched on apps and software and video games and toys for many years. And besides CTR, we contribute content to lots of parenting publications. And one of the biggest outlets that we've worked with in the past is the New York Times. For 10 years, I contributed content, and as a result, got a lot of pitches. So this is based on some of the practical advice from the receiving end. The first rule, and it's probably the biggest in terms of working with press, is to have something newsworthy. People forget this all the time, and of course, how you define newsworthy is very subjective. But make sure that you've got a product that breaks new ground or is something that an end audience wants to hear about. If you don't, then you need to be very creative in shaping your existing update or product or app so that it is newsworthy. So focus on the news. And people forget that quite often. If you're coming out with another coloring book or another sliding puzzle app, it's probably not very newsworthy and probably won't get coverage. There's a lot of credibility issues in the PR space. Credibility is very critical. So here are some don'ts that I shared, and one is don't try to, at least for me, and again this is my own personal point of view, don't try to set up a meeting with an executive. We'd rather have a root canal, unless it's not Jeff Bezos or Sergey. Okay, I'll make time, but we focus on products. We see sort of the other stuff as just a distraction. Also, don't try to write a story for us because we think we're smarter than you. And don't send us other people's awards or reviews. We don't care. Don't say that your product is great. We don't trust you. And don't even bother saying you have lots of downloads and you have a very extremely popular app, because we don't trust you. Don't forget links to authentic video. This is something that is really helpful. Give us a link to a video that shows what your product does, and it makes it so much easier to make a quick YouTube teaser, and that does a lot of the work. Don't forget the nuts and bolts. Now the nuts and bolts are critical, and that is the price, the release date, and the platform information, as well as like maybe a history. Remember, we're lazy, but we're not lazy. We're incredibly busy, and so make it easy for us. Don't forget the 5 to 30 day release date window. It's critical. We want to see fresh product, and make sure it's a final product. We don't want to see product that's half-baked and might change, so it has to be newsworthy and fresh. Do not bother sending unrelated swag unless it's a minivan, and don't copy other people's work because we'll think you're slimy. And don't hide your voice. A lot of people forget this. They put in a canned quote from a CEO in a press release, and that's just worthless. It's better when the actual president of the company calls or is really passionate about the product. That does mean a lot. Some of the swag I received that's unrelated include this very nice Sony cigarette case sent to Children's Technology Review. So there's a lot of sort of brain dead PR that happens in the space that it's just good people trying to make a difference, but it just wasted bandwidth. Here are some do's. Again, include nuts and bolts information right at the top. Include download codes, even if it's free. We want to click and download it and get it on our device so we can have a look at it. Do make a personal contact. With us, it's kind of important. It may be the case that you don't want us to review your product because we're quite critical. And so you should be smart about the outlet. Know the strengths and weaknesses of PR consultants. Many times PR consultants contribute to sort of the wasted bandwidth because they don't understand the end market. They market all kinds of products, including digital, and but I'm not saying not to use them. They do know how to do PR, something I don't personally know. So do include clear contact information, either by email and phone. I also like a physical address so I know that it's real. Make it easy for us to track down the original publisher. Use all forms of social media. I don't trust it as much, but it is smart. And be original. Use humor or do something unconventional. It's important to nag and follow up and persist and try again. When I look back at the best products, there is generally somebody very passionate about it who continued to really work to get the bandwidth. And as much as I hate to say nag me, it is a reality. Squeaky wheel does get the grease. Also, you should question reviews. I think people forget about this. Nobody knows your product better than you do. And so if you notice an error, might be a price or something, follow up and ask to get it corrected. Everybody wants accuracy here, and no reviewer wants to have errors in their copy. So try to be an advocate for your product. And again, get your CEO involved in selling the sausage. Remember that there are a few things in life in which you have control, and your release date is one of them. So you can always hold off on a product, and you only get the chance to make a first impression once. So I hope this is helpful, and we always appreciate all the hard work that you do and seeing the great products for kids. Thank you very much.